Let's talk about XCOM 2, a game that we keep talking about on this show.
Yeah, I pretty much. Well, I can't stop talking about it because I can't stop playing it. I have played virtually nothing but XCOM 2 since before it came out. It's basically my all-consuming gaming habit right now, and like because they put out modding tools on day one, I'm already playing with roughly a dozen mods.
Okay, has anybody done anything better than the Corgi gun?
I would say the Corgi gun was kind of a jokey like let's see if we can actually do this. There's somebody experimenting.
I'm not laughing. Everything about it is perfect.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have like a yip 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 noise.
I was wondering that would be so good.
So what's the cutest mod you have?
Oh, I like it. I like it.
The most fun
Good.
mod.
Well, I mean it took about 3 days longer than I expected. I expected it to happen within a week, but they now have stormtrooper helmets in there.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's pretty good.
So that was I'm still waiting for like the full stormtrooper armor set, and I really want to just replace all the advent soldiers with stormtroopers. I think that'd be the best.
The Star Wars mods are coming.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Oh, absolutely.
The whole game will be reskinned. It'll literally be a Star Wars Tactics game.
Lightsabers were one of the first things to happen because they just replaced the machete swords with lightsabers. I mean, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff I've been messing with. Shout out to Captain Bubs, his mod is actually it's called Captain Bubs Accessories Pack. It's the #1 most popular thing on the workshop right now.
Wow.
This guy, and like I actually finally signed up for Patreon to kick him a couple bucks a month because like he's got a Patreon up saying like, hey, if I can get to $1,500 a month, I'm gonna do nothing but make XCOM mods professionally.
Wow.
And his plan is to churn out one of these things, like a new mod, a new piece of equipment per week.
His stuff looks really good. It's all
awesome.
It looks like it's in universe, right?
It's
professional
quality. He's got berets. He's got like a face mask. He's got goggles. He's got all kinds of stuff. I really encourage you to check it out if you're in XCOM because it looks like it belongs there. It looks up to par with everything else, and it's just more cosmetic variety. It's great.
The mods I found do not belong in XCOM. We can talk about those later, though.
But yeah, so I've been using that. I've been using there's another one that allows you to use the Advent helmets and armor.
Cool.
Actually, just today they added the ability to use the armor.
Do they do anything mechanically, or is it just cosmetic?
No, it's all cosmetic.
Okay, cool.
So most of the stuff I am using is all cosmetic.
Okay.
Or
except for evac
or UI tweaks.
Evac all is
UI
the best.
tweaks. Yeah. So the UI tweaks I think are super important. Evac all is the first one I installed, which was usually when you're extracting your soldiers from a mission that requires extraction, you have to move everyone onto the extraction zone and then individually push extract this guy, extract this guy, extract this guy.
Same thing with Overwatch. Like Overwatch all is really helpful for that too.
So now there's an extra button on the UI when somebody's in an evac zone. You just push that and everybody gets extracted at once.
Nice.
It's so much better. On that same note, there's one called Stop Wasting My Time. Very simply put.
Okay.
That just kind of speeds up a bunch of transitions. Like there just like a pause after a certain cinematic angle shots where they'll sit there, and it's like sometimes that gets screwed up and it takes a long time regardless. But just baked into every single one of them, there's like a second or so of pause, just letting that soak in. It's like, I'll just cut that out. It also makes the Avenger move across the map faster, and just things like that. It's like a bunch of things that. So it's just like, hurry this along, come on.
Yeah.
And once you've been playing for a while, you really appreciate that because it's like, I've seen this. Just let's move on.
Yeah, come on.
I don't need this Avenger to fly coast to coast in 10 seconds. Just get me there.
Yep. On those same lines, there's one called Quiet Bradford. If you've done like retaliation missions,
no, I don't think so.
Where the aliens are attacking a XCOM settlement or camp. And
is that when everything's like on fire?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've done this.
Yeah. So every turn, the aliens execute a civilian, and you're trying to stop them before they kill. You have to save at least 6 civilians. But every turn, no matter how many of those missions you go on, Bradford will pop up and say, they're massacring the civilians. You got to stop them.
Yeah.
Hey,
it might be worth giving up now and just coming home.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just stuff like I didn't actually say that. But
yeah. I get that a lot where it's like the mission's going terribly. You should just evac. It's like, man, I just got alerted. It's gonna be okay. I got this.
but yeah, those like every turn he'll say, hey, or just about every turn, this turns that off. And one of the annoying things is that like while he's talking, you're frozen. You can't do anything. It wouldn't be that as annoying if it was just like, okay, just say your thing and let me keep doing my thing.
Yeah.
But this just shuts him up, which is great. On top of that,
I want to know how many of these Jake Solomon has installed. It's like, yeah, Bradford is really annoying. Get this out of here.
yeah, let's see. What else do I have installed? Yeah, so I also installed the what do you call it? So the official ones that were made by the Long War team.
Right. The submachine gun and the...
I've actually never used the submachine gun because I don't really mess with stealth that much.
Okay.
And it like sacrifices damage and range for stealth boosts. I don't even really know how it works, but I don't really want it. So I have it installed, but I don't use it. But I also have their. Oh, you know what? I actually haven't even used the leadership abilities yet either. I need to do that in my current game.
Don't forget, Dan.
Yeah, so I've got a bunch of mods installed. I haven't even messed with. But the Mutant Centurion has messed me up quite a bit. He's it's a reskin and a slight enlargement of the Mutant. He's got more armor. He's got more health. He's got some vicious accuracy too, and he can also he can do basically what the mutants in Enemy Unknown could do, which is they had a blood call. His is called War Cry. It's just like buff everything around him, as opposed to just buffing fellow mutants. So he can cause some real trouble. If, in case XCOM wasn't hard enough for you, Mitch, you should definitely install that one.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I've been playing on Commander difficulty, which is the second highest of 4.
Right.
And I've been playing on Iron Man, which I've restarted many times. I've kind of lost count how many Iron Man false starts I've had. But I've got one going right now, where I've gotten up to I've got mag weapons, I've got plated armor or predator armor. And I'm doing okay, but I think I'm losing too many people. It's very much
too many rookies sticking around.
Poor babies.
Just people in general, like
Too many Cardinals going dead.
Hey, you know what? There's another UI mod that makes it so it only picks people from your character pool.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That was something I called out specifically in my review. It's like why is it mixing up randoms in my character pool? I've got a character pool of like 50 people.
Yeah,
and
I don't know Dave Jones. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Where's Dan?
Yeah, it's like that was super frustrating because it's like I've got this list of people, but I can't pick like these people when I want them.
Yep.
And I can't even pick from a selection of them or have them randomly show up. I got these random people, and it's like, yeah, I could go into the character editor and remake these random people into people that are already in my character pool, but I don't want to do that because that's.
So why would you do that? You already made people.
Yeah, it's like I already made these people because I want to play with them. So this is actually just a simple INI tweak, and I was able to do that before the mod came around, but this just makes it super easy, just one button. So yeah, I strongly encourage use of most of those things. I've actually dabbled in the mod tools myself.
Trying to make some stuff.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I followed a tutorial. I've been trying to get an IGN flag for.
Okay.
You create a IGN country basically, and that lets you put it on the back of all your soldiers' uniforms.
Cute.
And I've got it almost working. For some reason, I've got everything but like the thumbnail image that shows up in the menu working.
So it's in the game, but not in the menu.
Well, yeah. So you can select it.
Sorry, on the character, but not on the menu. Okay.
Yes. For some reason, it's a garbled image, even though I saved it in the right format and everything. I don't understand, but
it's probably like 1 pixel off. It needs to be an odd-numbered pixel on the horizontal edge.
It's cropped somewhere.
I followed the instructions to the letter.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna figure out what's wrong there,
Cool.
and then I'll put that up on the workshop and let people put the IGN
That's good. I like that
their,
mod
on their thing. But yeah, hopefully by the time you hear this, I'll have sorted that out because I've spent way too long trying to figure it out already.
Let us know when you do that, because we'll news that.
But
IGN will news that story.
I'm really excited about the potential for mods. Like this is a week and a half after launch, and we're already seeing some crazy stuff.
There are some crazy things.
And they're like
you got
500.
Oh, you got some stuff over there? Hit me.
Sorry, Miranda.
Like
give me the cute stuff. Give me the real mods.
Like some Hatsune Miku hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful and blue and flowing, and it can go on any gender character. And
beautiful.
It's just beautiful.
Absolutely
if you
beautiful.
want your
all the genders.
heavies to
okay.
have some Hatsune Miku hair.
Can bring more anime to my XCOM,
More anime.
please.
More anime.
More anime, please.
A K-On voice pack. So if you haven't heard of K-On, it's about a music group. It's like a club in high school, and these cute girls, and they make music, and you can have them as your voice.
Sounds fantastic.
It's perfect.
Sounds fantastic.
It's my favorite club anime. So
Just to interject, I'm looking at the most recent mods. There's a Homer Simpson voice pack now.
beautiful. So that's the anime I can add to XCOM.
There's also
Anyway.
somebody made a Metal Gear Solid headgear piece here.
Beautiful.
It's cool.
Also
I
beautiful.
saw some cool animal bandanas. So you get little bandanas and makes you have like a dog mouth or a cat.
Yeah,
It's
I saw a horse head.
Yeah.
Horse head's really
Perfect.
good.
Yeah, so there's it's nice that you can really pick and choose and decide whether you want to go zany or keep all your stuff very in universe. There are a bunch of mods that make it easier, which make me kind of sad. But I mean, it's like
For
okay.
babies like me who
The
just
same
aren't
me
having
too.
fun.
It's like the people who.
Where's my no miss
sometimes
mod?
see a
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
there are some that make swords never miss. There's some
Oh, yeah, I
that,
saw that.
yeah, which I kind of understand because it's really frustrating when you miss. But
It's a sword.
well, have you never missed with a have you ever
Never.
missed? Yeah, it's like I mean the one thing that people get really frustrated with XCOM about, I think, is like you were showing me a screenshot of like
98% miss.
98% miss and just like the gun being like right
in the guy's
in the guy's
eyeballs.
face and
Yeah.
just it was like 60% shot. And it's like one thing I think a lot of people forget about this game because it looks so good is that it's still a very abstract form of combat. Like people are not actually like in the way this battle would actually play out. They're not all standing still.
Yeah, you're supposed to use your imagination.
Right,
a
it's like
little bit.
when something has a high defense, it means that like they're like fast and nimble and can get out of the way of your shots, even though they're not actually moving on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a kind of abstract thing, and I totally understand why it's frustrating if you're not thinking that way.
Yes. XCOM 2. A game that I want to love. My favorite tweet from Jake Solomon. I lost it. I had it up and it's gone now, but it was basically a rookie and a stormtrooper go toe-to-toe, shoot 400 bullets, and both walk away unscathed. Even the designer
really good.
knows this game sucks for the first 2 hours. He knows.
Aw.
He has no illusions. I like these mods. I think I'm gonna install XCOM at home again, and I'm gonna get all these baby mode mods and all the stuff that makes it efficient.
Miku
Basically,
hair.
get all the stuff that makes the game annoying and get rid of it all as much as I can. Get the Hatsune Miku hair, make everyone talk like Homer Simpson. Get a real great A+ experience.
Mitch, you know, I should sit down and I'll walk you through a few missions. And
Yeah, I know. I
get you-
need to.
Because there are a bunch of like kind of subtle things you need to learn about, like what not to do.
Yep. I'm a very brash XCOM player.
And even so, like I know a bunch of this stuff, and I still have bad runs where I just get wiped out. So it's I keep likening it to poker. It's like
Yeah.
even a pro is going to have a bad hand.
It happens.